Welcome back. John and Kendra Smiley, our resident parenting experts, join us this morning. And our question today is a little bit for those older kids, right? Because you don't stop parenting after 18 necessarily. All right, our 23-year-old daughter is making one poor decision after another. Should we force her into counseling? What do you think?
Well, actually, in a sense, you do stop parenting. At least your parenting has to shift.
Right.
It's all about the definition of an adult. And really, we've seen in our world in the last maybe 2 years that it's like it takes longer and longer before we declare people adults. Used to be, and John and I like to say, you have 18 years of hands-on parenting, and that's usually still the case, but we know that legally you can keep your kids on your insurance plan for quite a lot longer than that.
And kids are coming back to the house also.
Yes, they are. Yes, I say to mothers as they empty out the nest, don't worry, they may be back.
Yeah.
You know, don't be so sad. But in this particular case, we're talking about counseling. And it's difficult really to force anyone to get something out of counseling. It's a difficult thing. A 23-year-old, if that adult is out on her own, it's going to be tough for mom and dad to say, you have to do this. Now, if this set of parents is financially supporting this adult, then they have a lot more leverage. And they can simply say, you know, if you don't go seek counseling, then we're not going to support you anymore. And the one thing I'd warn with that is before you make a claim like that, you be sure you're going to be able to live up to it. Because if you say we're going to withdraw all the money we're giving to you to support you, and then the adult doesn't go for counseling, you've got to go ahead and do that. If you go, well, that's okay, you know, here's your rent money, well, then you've kind of lost track.
Right, and if that young adult does go for counseling under duress, they may or may not get anything out of it. We know of one instance where a person almost the same age went under duress and basically just sat and wouldn't talk.
Right.
And so it's a waste of money, it's a waste of time, where in other situations where this young adult might go and like the counselor or find a connection, and then you might get something out of it. There's one other thing to keep in mind here for parents. If these parents are parents of faith, don't forget about prayer. That could be a big, make a big impact in this situation when you're dealing with this person who is 23 years old. We have
one of our daughter-in-laws is a licensed clinical professional counselor. And I asked her about this, and she said, you know, kind of echoed what John said. If, you know, the adult child may choose not to interact at all if forced, but if she can develop a relationship, even on the first meeting with that counselor, it may make the world a difference.
And I guess the word force to me seems a little too much. Maybe suggest,
encourage, I'll pay for it, I'll make your appointment. There are a lot of positive things. Forcing,
it's a great point.
Forcing is sort of like, you know, arm wrestling, and somebody wins and somebody loses.
Yeah, encourage. I like that word a little bit better. All right, well, if you have a question for John and Kendra Smiley, just send it over to their website, kendrasmiley.com. And if they answer it on air, you'll get a free copy of their book. Thanks so much.
Thank you.